So I want to open up. Oops. I want to open us up with may each one of us get up daily and do whatever it is that gets us in our flow so we can be able to receive those things coming through to us, and where things can just not just happen like this every now and again, but that we expect it to happen every day. So that's my opening, that all us sisters continue to be in our flow, showing up how we show up.
Ashe. Give
I
thanks.
say,
Give thanks. Yeah, just be in anticipation. Like you
yes,
said, be ready in the knowing that
yep,
this is really something that is accessible to us, and that just to move in that. Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
okay,
So I see that there's a few that are struggling trying to get into the space, but we'll work out the kinks as we go forward with this password. It was helpful in you guys just being able to come straight in straight away. But I'm going to move to the sharing the screen as Angel has given us a mind to be in anticipation for all that Spirit has for us, and being able to tap in easily to be able to go straight to that space to enjoy the community or the communing with Spirit, with the ancestors, with those who can see beyond and who can encourage us in our journey. So hold on one second. Long way, guys. There I am. Okay. So we've laid the foundation this morning to be in that space of knowing. And so as we open our prayer, as we open this portal of love and light, sanctifying this space and our activities, we stand in gratitude to the Most High for being our source and strength. We affirm ourselves as sovereign and whole and one with the all, as co-creators of the lives we desire and deserve. We are present in thought, word, and action. We attain and maintain the frequency of love and move as the highest versions of ourselves. Ashe. We call on and give thanks to our ancestors, guides, angels, and guardians for guidance and protection. We ask that we be surrounded by the white light of loving protection from any energy that is contrary to love and ascension. We release any negativity and resistance from the space, and we invite hope, harmony, peace, love, and light to this space. Ashe. And as we reach out and we call clarity into every space here, into everyone's personal space, we call clarity, call a sharpening of our vision, call a fine tuning, Ashe, so that we can see clearly how to navigate these gifts, how to work with our new creations, to be mindful of our words and our thoughts and our actions as we are creating consistently the world that we want to live in, the life that we want to have. And I mean, really, second by second, every thought, every word has been coming into fruition. And so I'm just so thankful for the awareness of that, because I have been throwing myself monkey wrenches with my words, with not going in and correcting or dealing with those negative thoughts the moment that they come in, on their onset, and just really allowing myself to cycle through some things and open up these little pockets that I have to yet go back and clean up because I allowed that negativity to come in and tarnish or at least um, rival what it is that I'm creating, right? And so I just give thanks for the awareness, for the awareness. Hmm. And with that, I want to say, so with all of this new energy, the shift, how are you faring in managing all of the bounty, right? Does anyone want to talk about that? How are you faring with that? How are you doing on managing your time, managing your emotions, being grounded as you uh, move forward in your endeavors? How's that going? Some of us have new jobs. Some of us are about to launch into new things. How are you faring with that?
I think I think it's very scary.
Okay.
Excuse me, it's scary, but in a way that is exciting
Hmm.
and intensifying, like feeling like you're on the brink of everything you've wanted, but still trying to figure out how the pieces connect.
Ashe.
It's a little nerve wracking.
Hmm.
You find out that you have the money for one thing, but then something else comes up and you need both things to be done for your success. But which one goes first? You know,
Hmm.
it's always something,
Ashe.
but it's exciting.
It is exciting. But that's when you use your superpower of the knowing. Thank you for that, Sydney. Thank you for your voice. Thank you for your energy in the space this morning.
You're
Um,
welcome.
yeah, that's when you begin to ground yourself in the knowing that it wouldn't have been brought to you if it wasn't possible. And that's when that anticipation that Angel was talking about kicks in, that you know it's gonna be done, you know it's gonna work itself out. So you are in that space of anticipating the unfolding of something beautiful. And when you change the way you look at it from being in the waiting for it to happen in a way where you're kind of nervous, not knowing, um, kind of getting caught up in the how, to moving to the knowing that it's going to happen. And when it does, it's in the best form, it's in the best way, and accepting that. That's when the magic, I believe, begins. That's when you have those mountaintop experiences like, oh my God, it really happened. Oh my God, you know, because you've allowed it to come into that space with ease. And you're just realizing that everything that happens for a reason. Ashe, anyone else want to give us their voice and tell us how they're managing their blessings, how they're unfolding in front of them? No? Okay. Well, I can say I'm moving in boldness. I'm moving in, um, um, what is it? I'm doing what I'm told to do. I can't even find the word. My brain is still sleeping. Um, I'm doing what I'm told to do. If I feel an inclination to make a call or to send a text to someone, I'm really moving strong with my intuition right now. Obedience, that's the word. And I feel like I'm being obedient to all the signs and all of the my inclinations. So I give thanks to that because every time I move on one, it just opens up a whole beautiful scenario. And I just, again, I'm in another place of gratitude. So I give thanks for that. So, all right, let's take a deep breath this morning. Just breathe in through your nose and just release it. Another deep breath in and release it. Another deep breath in and release it. As you continue with that deep breath in, releasing it, I want you to envision in your mind that space and what it looks like when everything is connecting and firing and you're moving easily and consistently in your purpose. Keep breathing, allowing your shoulders to relax. Really using your senses to bring that vision as crystal clear as you can. Noticing things in that space. Noticing your posture as you're moving easily. Noticing anything in that space that you can identify that makes this so real, so that when this vision does come to pass, and you see those things, the reality that this is truly happening can quicken in you. I know in my visions, I always see the people. I see me walking through the people, talking with the people. I see me signing things. I see conversations that I'm having. And when things come to pass, it always feels like a deja vu because I've seen them before. And I know that I'm on the right path. I know that I have drawn those things to me. And that again gives me confidence in my power to manifest those things that I desire in my heart. So begin to just breathe into seeing your book launch, working with all those that are coming into your practice. See those desires being fulfilled and opening up. See relationships with family members growing and expanding. Feel the strength in the positioning of yourself as you show up. See your products flying off the shelves. Walking into your new homes. See your unions being strengthened through love and communication and understanding. Feel the release of weight. Feel blockages being released. Just breathe into it. We're moving into that space of knowing. We're working in tandem with spirit. Making any adjustments in our thinking. Allowing the breath to bring the vision clearer. Mm. Removing any fear or doubt. Any resistance. Allowing the resources to flow. Financial currency to flow. Opening doors, new streams of connection. Creating new opportunities. Accepting new combinations. Mm. Thank you to the celestial hosts that are holding space for us. Each and every guide that has shown up for us. Giving thanks to each and every ancestor, names known and unknown, for offering their energy and their love and their guidance at this time. Giving thanks for each and every one of our Ori that has shown up for us. All the tools that have been laid out for us. Our altars, our moon water, our smudging, our breathing, are spending time in nature, giving thanks for the resources. Giving thanks for the obedience in each one of our lives as we have stepped up, as we have accepted the responsibility for building and creating the life that we desire, as we're moving proactively. We give thanks. Thanks for the fullness of this life, this experience. Just continuing to breathe. Feeling the reset. Right where you are. Begin to just verbally, audibly give thanks. Begin to allow your energy of gratitude to fill your space. Increase the knowing. Increase my faith. Increase my understanding. Namaste. As we hold that vision in our minds, let's now pull it into our hearts. Surround it with love. Infuse it, infuse it, infuse it with our best and highest love. And then pull it into that solar plexus and give it power. Wrap it in that powerful energy that ignites it and begins to make it glow. We'll take that powerful vision packed with your prayers, packed with your love, clear and precise with your intention, and draw that down into your belly, into your womb, into that portal of life where we birth all things and we create. As we created our businesses, our relationships, new versions of ourselves, and just let it sit in that space and just wrap your arms around yourself, protecting it, holding it, making any adjustments to it. Now just release it with the breath. See it flow out of you. Fully formed, alive. Mm. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe. Giving thanks to the power that we have infused into our vision, into our creation. Giving thanks to how it will manifest in the upcoming days, hours, moments. Giving thanks to the positioning of ourselves as to how we will navigate through this success, through all the resources that are coming to us. Asking for assistance to be good stewards over the assets that are coming our way. Giving thanks for our positive decision making. Giving thanks for our boldness. Giving thanks for our ability to make and create and maintain connections and allies and anything that we need to allow the manifestation of our hearts to become real, to bring it into this space, into this reality. We give thanks. We give thanks. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. We give thanks for the breath, the prana, the life, for the cleansing, to make room, for the expanding of us, to be able to draw in everything that we need. We give thanks for the power that surges through all of us. We give thanks for our divine birthright, for our superpower being our faith, our knowing that no matter how it comes, no matter what it looks like, that we sit in gratitude and we transmute it for our highest good. We are not drawn down to the petty nature of fear. Of holding on to things that don't serve us, that are not ours, for clearing the way. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe. All right, ladies, as we come back into this space, would anyone like to share what was given to them in this time of meditation? Denise, is that you coming in, sis?
Yeah, that's me that's unmuted, just gathering my thoughts. But just being in prayer and thinking about that moment when you are, in your zone, I'll call it, and everything is just flowing so high, and it's just that feeling of exhilaration of like, thank you. It just gives you more power. It empowers you to just step forward on faith even more so.
Gosh.
It's just releasing all fear and just doing what you're intended, what you're setting your mind to do, without hesitation. And it's just such a good feeling. It's such a good feeling. And that's just what came to mind when I was just in prayer. And it's like, yeah, I like that. I like that. Just letting go and following your mind, following the guides, just stepping out on faith.
Ah, Shay, give thanks. Give thanks. Thank you for that. Thank you for your input. Anyone else? Come on, sister, speak up. Here you go, Leah.
Greetings,
Yeah.
greetings, Adeshina. Beautiful prayer, so powerful. What came up for me is setting intention and being in alignment, just being in alignment with your actions and your thoughts and your words, and just being open to receiving what you intend, just
Yeah.
being in the flow allows you to be open to receive things because they're here. But when we're not in our flow, we're not able to um, see them. They were there all along.
Yes.
And so thank you also, Angel, for sharing. And the prayer was so beautiful. And definitely, it seems like we're all in alignment with being open to receiving what we intend.
Ah, Shay. Thank you. Thank you for that, sis. And you're right. Just being open to it. Just allowing it to flow. It just feels good. Anyone else want to come in? Were you able to envision it? Was it so clear that you could almost reach out and touch it?
Yes,
Yes.
indeed.
Yes. 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 All right. Well, I feel like that is what Spirit had for us to do this morning. Really get into that space of seeing ourselves managing and moving in it. We spend so much time calling it, but really being in that space of moving in it. We don't have to call it anymore. We've called it forward. Spirit knows what we need. Um, we just have to exercise our faith at this point, our knowing that all is well. And what's so wonderful is within this call, some of the things that we are manifesting are so grand and they're just so beautiful because they're coming from such a deep space within us, and our creativity is just, I can't even describe it. And those things are coming to fruition. We don't have to always think, let's just do it little, 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 and then we'll build up to big. We can see it big with colors and flashing lights and stand in anticipation that it's going to be that. It's going to be fulfilling. It's going to be enormous. It's going to be big. We don't have to, our faith is big. It's not little faith that manifests little things. We give thanks for those because those little manifestations has built up our endurance and has built up our vision to reach for more. But we are so far beyond the little things. We have a sister on here about to launch a book, a whole book. We have another sister on here who's about to launch an app, a whole app, right? I sound like that comedian, me, a whole me, but a whole thing, right? I'm about to launch a whole healing practice, you know? Angel's about to launch a whole career in insurance, right? Denise is about to do something so big. Her name is known throughout the community for her sewing. She's about to release herself and get free so she can wiggle in this retirement any way she wants to, right? Lenore, you're so talented. You about to do some stuff. Writing your book, doing whatever it is you're gonna do. Ashe?
Ashe.
Ashe. Ray Leah. Oh my God, this is one of the most creative sisters I know. She's about to step forth in her magic, in her power. Ashe. And then Patrice, you have
Ashe.
been manifesting. You have been being constant. You are creating the life that you desire and that you deserve. Moving into new levels of you in your relationship and in who you're going to express yourself in your economic space. Ashe. And I just give thanks as we all are growing as individuals, as women, right? As the strong, mighty, powerful, wombed human beings that we are. I just give thanks for that on this morning. And that's what I saw. I just saw so many people moving and creating without fear. Right? We've spoke it into existence. We wrote it down. We took all the steps. Now it's time to just with ease, and that's the key, with ease. Don't start trying to force it. Don't start trying to figure it out. Oh no, I didn't leave out Sid. Sid is launching the app. That's the little sister with the app. That's the little sister about to do some things. I didn't leave her out. Thank you, Angel. But just being able to move in that space of knowing is what I'm trying to see. We are now in that space. We're rising. We've laid the groundwork. Yes? Sydney, would you like to tell us about your app this morning? Share a little bit or share what you're doing?
Sure. So my app is the first step in a 5-step plan or process incorporated within my nonprofit that will also be launching at the end of this month, God willing. It's called GODS, which stands for Globalism via African Indigenous Unity, Development, and Sustainability. So underneath that, the first point here is agriculture, and the app is called What's Growing On. I have basically created a social interface that also allows you to, talk to your neighbor and grow your food and barter and share that produce. It's exciting because, spring is here. People have been experimenting more and more with gardening since the pandemic. And I really want to help people have access to food, both within my community and globally. Amid all of the stuff going on with, the war and pandemic and stuff like that, food shortages. I want to see everybody eat, and I want to see everybody out here active, having work and knowing the people in their community. So yeah, I know that was a mouthful, but it's early.
That's okay. Thank you for that. So how I saw it was Sydney, she's creating a network, an app where you can go in and you can let people know what you're growing and you can barter with other people. It also allows you to um, apply for or make yourself available to help in other people's gardens. So
Yes.
if there's a task that needs to be done, you're available to do that, you can also find work working with other people. So
Yeah.
that's a great way to connect the community, to build their own food, and to help to build the gardens and everything. So I thought that was a wonderful thing. Not only can you connect with food, but you can also connect with tasks.
My ultimate goal here is to help foster, as I said, relationships within the community, but also like a sense of self, along with self-sufficiency. I think it's important to keep the tradition of growing foods that are important to people you love and people who look like you. I think it's important to know your neighbors, and eventually I see this app bringing in people who have struggled with addiction on the streets, and then being able to build a repertoire of work, and people who will vouch for them so they can take this app and possibly take it to the county and say, listen, I've been working with these people on what's going on for the last couple of months. I've been getting steady tasks done. They've been rating me. I've been working in their garden. They've been giving me food. I'm clean now. Can I have a job? And I'm
Oh, sure.
hoping it can only go up from there. Something that can possibly be utilized in cities and governments across the world.
Mhm.
It's
I
simple
understand.
sharing food. It's simple being kind.
Hmm. So you're giving a sense of dignity as well,
Yeah.
allowing us to grow our own food. Ashe, thank you for that, Sid.
Yep.
Thank you for the share. Thank you for your energy. All right. So yeah. So big stuff, global stuff. Global stuff. Lima, you want to tell us about your book? We got a little bit more time.
Well, I wanted to give kudos to Sydney. I love your idea and your vision. Sounds phenomenal.
Thank
And
you.
the way you described it, girl, you ready for Shark Tank? I love it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I never thought about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. It's so when we share, it's so much power in that because you never know how we can eventually support each other. So
Right.
keep going, encourage you. Um, yeah, the book is coming along and I'll know more uh, soon, but I'm working on several different projects, consultancy and other things. So everything that I set out intentions on a couple of years ago is starting
Mhm.
to take shape. I'm seeing a little tiny leaves popping out of the ground.
All
So,
right. I
so
like
we'll
that.
see.
Yes. Fantastic. Congratulations and
Thank you.
wonderful. All right. Patrice, is there anything you want to share with us today?
Yeah, hold on one second.
Okay.
Um, you mentioned me growing and stuff in my relationship, which definitely I'm doing. I'm trying to move into the tech space, and I got accepted into this like apprenticeship program.
All
So I'm
right.
super, yeah, I'm super excited about that. And I reached out to my pastor to start premarital counseling. So I am nervous and excited at the same time. But
Gosh, hey.
I know it's needed, and I want to get that going. So I'm excited about that.
Good job. Good job. So proud. So happy for you. Congratulations on that. On that engagement, Missy. All right, Ray. I haven't heard your voice this morning. How you doing over there? Leah.
Sorry, I was having issues unmuting. I'm here. I'm
That's-
well. Um, I feel like I'm trying to work on just. Okay, so I feel like my messages from my spirit guides, my angels, my ancestors, my people have just been like off the radar lately, like nonstop and constant. And so
Mhm.
I feel like I'm in a place of just kind of trying to listen and receive and like really interpret what is trying to be conveyed to me, because it's definitely something right
Mhm.
now and where I am, and yeah, it's definitely something. And just so I feel like I'm just in a place of I don't know, like different lingo to use, but just trying to receive and interpret and um understand everything that is trying to be conveyed to me from people, from the people in my life that have, ascended.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, like I said, moving in your power, stepping,
Absolutely.
moving in your power, moving into
Absolutely.
that space of knowing your power
Mhm.
and how it is going to serve.
Mhm. And for me, like trusting also, like trusting self a lot more than I may like, that I have in the past, and trusting, knowing that, knowing the power that I hold and what I am able to do to
Mhm.
create what is necessary for myself and my family, and trusting that that process is working, does work, has been working, because we here and thriving. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Ashe. Ashe. And thanks. I always tell you, you are a medicine woman. You
Yes.
already have it. You already have it.
Yes.
It's already there.
Yes.
Give thanks. Okay, Miss Lenore, what you got going on for us?
Oh, I'm in a interesting space. Uh, I've been focusing on this uh, trip that I'm going to be taking that I'm planning to take this summer.
Mhm.
Really excited about taking my students, a group of Black and Brown students, to Europe for 10
Mhm.
days, and also this opportunity that I had to go to this conference about on James Baldwin. And I received an email yesterday that the conference has been adversely impacted by uh, the war in Ukraine,
Mhm.
and they would like to postpone it for another year.
Mm.
And they're offering several options to compensate for missing the conference. I'm wrestling with my disappointment
Mhm.
and evaluating what my options are
Mhm.
right now. In other areas of my life, I think I'm letting go of my expectations of how things are supposed to go and how quickly they're supposed to happen,
Mhm.
and really focusing on being in the moment.
Ashe. Ashe.
Thank you.
Mhm. Well, we stand with you and we support you, and we're just gonna hold some space for you. All right,
Thank you.
Yeah, someone new just came into the space. Who's
That would
in?
be Darnell.
Well, hello.
Good morning, ladies. Good morning, Adashina.
Good morning. Good morning. We're wrapping up at the moment, but thank you for coming in. I'm like DM in. But I get it. Good morning.
Good
Um,
morning.
So, Angel, fill us in, cuz. Where you at, cousin? Angel.
Okay, I don't know what I have done to my Zoom, but I was pushing everything but the right thing. I was just like I'm feeling just so calm, and in your prayer, I almost thought like, oh, did I go to sleep? But it was just so calming and so relaxing. I felt
Right.
things, but I didn't go to sleep. But it was just so relaxing, and I felt things releasing. And I'm just okay with things. I'm okay with me. And even though I got new journeys and stuff going on, I heard one sister say it's kind of scary, and then another sister like the anticipation, but it's all good. It's all good. I'm very excited, and I'm okay with me. Like something was said to me the other day because I think um you know how you learn all these things throughout your whole life, and you kind of stick with it. And like for me, like my new thing is I sage out my space. Oh yeah, it ain't incense, it's sage, and it's gonna get burnt up in here. And I mop a lot. It's always a little smell of Clorox and some, but I tap the little turpentine in there. And not being superstitious, you know, you heard all these things throughout your life. Put the salt, do this and do that. But sisters, what we know that we know that we know, we don't need anybody to make an adjustment to that. Just keep doing the things that we know and keep staying open to learn new things to add to ourselves and show up.
Yes.
Ashe.
Yeah. Ashe. Thank you.
So
Thank you.
I thank you, sisters. I'm always on this East Coast waiting for you guys to get up.
Yes.
But it means a lot to me, this circle that we have, because we're able to be vulnerable and not be in fear that we're gonna get hurt. So I thank you, sisters, for that.
Ashe. Thank you. Thank you for saying that too. This is a safe space. It's a safe space where we can be vulnerable. We can be open. We can, and I love that everyone feels comfortable to come in exactly where they are. Even sometimes we're up on a high. And if you're not feeling that high, if you're in a place, I'm so glad that people still come in and say their truth so that we can use that energy that we have to surround them and to wrap them in our love and encourage them to hold on, encourage them to get clarity, encourage them to say, you know what, like Lenore said, I'm working with my disappointment. That's a real thing, you know, because we have evolved and because we are moving in our purpose doesn't mean that our emotions are not still in effect. But sometimes we are going to feel sadness upon us. We are going to feel the weight of loss. We are going to feel disappointment and dis-ease, right? And when those times come, it's a beautiful thing to have a support system in place that will hold us and that will encourage us to get back into that boldness of taking life by the reins, right? Of not staying in that space, not setting up shop, not building a alliance with fear, with disappointment, with sadness, with, trauma and drama, that we can rise above it. It touches us all. But I give thanks for each and every one of you, because each and every one of you have been with me as I'm working out things, as I'm working through. And I just give thanks for each and every one of you holding space for me, right? Because I needed that. Okay, Darnell,
Ashe.
love you. Yeah. So Ashe, thank you for that. Thank you. You have a blessed day too. Darnell, thank you for your presence. Thank you for your energy.
Oh, Adashina, sisters. Yo,
Yeah.
did anyone start on the book that Adashina gave us? Well,
I did.
okay.
I did.
I'm loving it.
Mm-hmm.
I love a good workbook. And guess what? You can hide it. Nobody got to see it but you. You could be vulnerable you could be vulnerable with the pencil and pen.
Yeah.
And thank you, Adashina, for that book.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right.
All right. We're going to close the space. We're going to release it. We're going to allow Spirit. We're going to just give thanks to Spirit for meeting us here, the ancestors and the heavenly hosts. We're going to give thanks to each and every woman who made it here physically and who made it here in spirit. We give thanks to the legacy behind each and every one of us that is being healed as we heal. We give thanks for the boldness to position ourselves for success, to move from the wanting to the knowing, to be creative and expand the universe as we expand with our gifts and our talents. We give thanks for the prosperity for each and every one of our endeavors. And we give thanks for the way that it flows with ease, that there's no forcing, there's no fixing, there's no manipulating, there's no hooking and crooking, that it is truly being in the flow. As Sister Halima says, being in alignment and in the flow. As Denise says, just being in that space of knowing that this is really happening. And Sister Angel says we can be in anticipation of good things, that we know that that space is always there for us, that we can go to that space quickly, expediently, getting into that mindset and knowing that Spirit and our guides and our ancestors and everyone will be there in tow, meeting us in agreement, holding space so that we can position ourselves in power, being proactive in what it is that we call. We give thanks for this opportunity this morning, and we release this sacred space. And we breathe in and we breathe out. Ashe, 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 and Ashe.
Ashe.
All right, ladies, have a great day.
Have a great day.
Have
Thank
a
you.
great week, everybody.
Bye.
Thank
You
you.
too. Have a great week. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.